Good morning, friends. Hopefully today I can do a video that's worth recording. It's been kind of quiet on the old Ellie home front. So this may be a little long. So if you want to go on and watch something else, you can. You won't hurt my feelings. But it's been a few days since I have published a video, and I wanted to let you know why. It's been an adventure. On Thursday, I got up and I wasn't feeling well. Migraine, sinuses, thought it was all due to the weather. And Friday was more of the same. But yet on Saturday, I started feeling worse, and I blamed it off on just sinus drainage. The gut was not happy. But by Saturday night, early Sunday morning, I was terribly sick. And I've struggled with irritable bowel syndrome since I was in my 20s. And so I have dealt with GI issues all of my adult life. And many of you know that I had surgery about 9 years ago. And while that surgery did change how things worked and operated, it really did not impact my IBS. And I still periodically have issues. And so I just kind of live with it. It's part of my life. And, but Sunday I was so sick, and really all I can do is work my way through it, hydrate. And by the way, it's hot here. So we all need to be hydrating anyway. But this was hydrating of a different level. At one point, I even broke down and had a Mountain Dew. And for those of you that have known me for a long time, I used to be addicted to Mountain Dew. But it was like I needed something to keep me moving. And so I went ahead and got me a Mountain Dew. And the sugar and the caffeine did help. The Gatorade, doing lots of electrolyte water, Gatorade, the little electrolyte powders that you can add to water. But I couldn't get anything to settle. And so I felt like I was getting ready for a prep for a colonoscopy before it was all said and done. But yesterday was better. I thought I was on the mend for sure. And at the end of the day, a sweet friend of mine goes, let's go have a smoothie. That'll be cool and refreshing, and that should settle. Well, it was great. It tasted wonderful. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And then about an hour later, exit stage left. And so this morning, again, I'm feeling better this morning. I've actually had a cup of coffee. Yesterday, I've not been able to drink coffee in 3 days. So I've had a cup of coffee, and I'm just going to take it easy today. And so, yeah, there's that. I'm also trying, it's interesting because I've been trying to get in to see a GI consult for some abnormal lab results that I've had. And can we talk about getting a referral and then getting the actual appointment? So my primary care physician scheduled or has requested for a GI consult, and that was 3 weeks ago. So each week I've been calling the surgeon's office about scheduling my consult. And for the first week or two, they kept saying, we've not received your consult. We've not received your consult. So on Monday of last week, my PCP God love them, because I would call them and go, they've not received the consult. They've not received the consult. So on Monday, my primary care physician called me to say, we have faxed the referral 3 times now, and we have confirmed with the office that they have received your consult on the 20th. Okay. So last week was a busy work week, and so it was Friday before I was able to call the GI consult office. And at first they tell me, no, we've not received your referral. And I said, well, that's interesting, because this is my 4th time to call your office. And on Monday, my primary care physician nurse notified me that the referral has now been sent 3 times, and they confirmed with your offices that it had been received on the 20th. Here comes the twist, y'all. Oh, yes. If they've confirmed that we've received the consult, that's probably correct. However, our offices use a fax server, so we're receiving faxes from physicians like your doctor, pharmacy offices needing clarification on prescription orders or renewals. We're getting faxes from the hospitals, etc. However, we are short-staffed in our office, and we are currently working on the 15th. So once we have worked your referral off of the fax server, we will contact you regarding scheduling of your appointment. And my response was, oh, great. Then I'm going to continue to struggle with my gut. And this is before I got sick on Saturday, like real sick. And they're like, we're sorry. This is our process. So part of me wants to call my buddy that works in IT for physician services and go, can we talk about this? Can I volunteer my services on how to put an automation rule on your fax server for this doctor's office? See, even I struggle getting appointments with the doctor. Anyway, the good news today is I have felt so cruddy. I thought, I wonder what my weight looks like. I used to check my weight every morning, and now I check my weight maybe once a week. I've lost 10 pounds. I do not recommend this diet. No, do not recommend. Do not recommend. Do not. So while I had all these grand plans of things that I could do this week while I took some time off, I was going to go on a road trip. I got up yesterday morning, took a shower, thinking, I'll just take a shower and I'll feel better. I'll still feel like going. I took a shower and I wanted to go back to bed. So I sent my regrets. I know my partner in crime was very disappointed that I was not able to go with her. I took it easy. And then by 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock yesterday evening, I was sick again. So yeah, it's not a wise decision to travel when you're dealing with GI issues. And, I think about my mom, as she continued to age, she struggled more and more with things like bowel incontinence and urinary incontinence. And there were times when her gut would just go AWOL. And, we would pull off on the side of the road if we had to. I mean, it was what it was. And I can literally say there were times over the last few days that I know that my mother was up in heaven giggling because I was running to the bathroom just like she did. And let's just be clear here. Sometimes I made it, sometimes I didn't. Good thing clothes can be washed, right? Wow. Anyway, so, this is my life, and it's okay. Um, when it is my turn to see the GI doctor, I will get an appointment. I will keep calling them. I will call them again this week. When I decided I wasn't able to go on my road trip, I thought, okay, I'll find some other things to do. And yeah, even today, because I was sick last night, I've had to shift my plans even for today. So it is what it is. And maybe this is God's way, or maybe it's my mom and dad going, girl, you need to slow your roll and just take it a little bit at a time for a week. So anyway, I hope you're having a fabulous week. I hope that your week is filled with blessings and that you accomplish all the things. If you are struggling with the GI bug going around because of the lettuce, I see you. If you're struggling with irritable bowel syndrome, I feel you. It is hot, and so with it being this hot, the only guidance I can give you is to stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. I know that as I look at my face and my skin, I know that I am dehydrated and I'm just pushing the water and the electrolyte powders as much as I can to stay as hydrated as possible, and that this too shall pass. So have a great week, friends. Talk to you later. Bye.